Hey guys, Sparks back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. You all already saw the title, so let's talk about it. ShiftUp recently released a anti-cheat statement, and I want this to be more of a discussion than just me reporting the news here, because there's a lot to think about with this, and I'm really curious to see what you guys, as members of the community, actually think about this. So let's start out by reading the statement. Dear Commanders, to ensure a fair gaming environment and foster a healthy and organized atmosphere for players, we conduct regular audits for abnormal data and encounter an account suspected of using third-party software. Any breach of the game rules will be met with penalties upon detection by the system. In addition, we kindly ask you to download the game from official sources such as the App Store, Google Play, and our official website. Please avoid obtaining the app from non-official channels or using third-party software to modify it. And then they have a few bullet points here, which we'll talk about in a second, that goes into some of what they are defining as cheating. So, most of it is about data mining, straight up hacking, and character model asset modification. Yes, that is a thing that some people do. It's hugely popular in Destiny Child, by the way, but that's a totally separate issue. But what's most interesting here to me is bullet point 1. It says, using any cheating tools, including third-party software, that violates the game's regulations. Okay, so to me, this sounds like macros. Now, some of you might ask, what is a macro? A lot of you probably already know, but just in case you don't, a macro is a general term for doing something automated, basically. So running a script or recording actions and then playing them back. In this case, it's generally, for Nikke, fast clicking with Alice. This gives people a huge advantage in high scores, and why I personally don't go try hard on the solo raids. I have said publicly multiple times that I don't like it on my Discord and on stream, etc. Why would you do something to play, like to avoid not playing the game that you're trying to play? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're just doing it, but you're just going to sit there and actually just watch it happen, If you want to do that, just play on full auto and then, don't worry about it. And you're not trying for high scores in that case, right? To me, I think it just completely invalidates any flex from getting high scores, like the frames that you can display, and then everyone who's not using this is at a disadvantage. But, like I said, this is just what it sounds like to me. Bullet point 1 sounds like, including third-party software, that sounds like macros to me, right? But it says at the end of the line, software that violates the game's regulations. So it made me wonder, what are actually the game's regulations? What are we defining as this? So I went to the official website. So we have nikke-en.com, and you can go here too. I'll have a link to it in the description. And I went to the terms of service to see, what actually are the game regulations. So if I go to bullet point C, it says, use or provide ancillary offerings to anyone that are not offered within the services by us, such as hosting, leveling services, mirroring our servers, matchmaking, emulation, communication, redirects, mods, hacks, cheats, bots, or any other automated control, trainers, and automation programs that interact with the service in any way. That definitely includes macros. So, this is kind of interesting because basically every top union is using macros, and many of the members publicly admit it. You can find people on Reddit posts, on Discord. I'm not going to call out anyone specifically here. Some of them have even talked about this on my own community server, and I expressed my opinions at that time when that happened. Again, I'm not going to call anyone specifically, but we can all go look at the leaderboards, watch people's videos on YouTube, and we kind of know what those unions and players are. And I'm sure there are many other players that are doing this that aren't particularly in the top unions as well. They're just doing it for whatever reason. So how will ShiftUp enforce this? I'm curious. Like, what do you guys think? Like, to me, this is huge. But it could come with ramifications. Do you think ShiftUp is going to start doing bannings account suspensions, potentially legal action. They would actually be within their rights to do that. But there could be huge whale backlash, right? So all these players that are way up at the top, spending thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars on the game, are not going to like this, and it could be a huge problem. But tell me what you think. Is this announcement good for the game? Should they have turned a blind eye to it? Do you personally think macros are cheating? The developers say it is. And what impact do you think this announcement will have on the game? And also, I will say, just as a last ending note, I would suggest not using a macro anymore if you are someone that has used it. But please let me know in the comments below what you think. This is going to be really interesting to see kind of how this unfolds in the future. And probably a lot of feelings are hurt here. We're going to throw this back to past Sparks for a second here, because I did this recording before I was ready to do the rest of the video, and this poll is worth showing. Okay, so I have 10 rainbow tickets now, and I want to do one more poll for Nero. I can't let her go. I failed to get her during my initial summoning video, so let's go ahead and see what we can get. Come on, if we can see that orange spark, get our new Tetra unit, that would just make my... Ooh, orange spark, orange spark. Okay, it's happening. Here we go. My luck is back. We ended the curse a couple videos ago. Let's see if we can finally get Nero. I think Nero is better than a lot of people think, by the way. We'll do a full review on her if we can get her here. I got my pink lights in the background to entice her. It's Tetra. Ah, the suspense. Yes, it is Nero. All right, our favorite Neko girl. That is the best pull I could possibly hope for here, of course. Honestly, I'm more happy to have Nero than if I'd randomly gotten a Pilgrim here. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video or on stream. I stream every Monday and Wednesday on YouTube and Twitch. I hope you guys have a great day, evening, morning, or night, wherever you guys are at.